Hello, my beautiful fragrance family. Dustin here, Fragrance Fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification. And I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews at $40-ish and $100 range, and most of these are way less than that. And a good number of these you can find at your local rack stores. Except for this one. You're probably not going to find it at the rack stores. You might, who knows. But it's a discontinued fragrance, and still widely available for now at a very reasonable price, around the $25 mark. And I'm talking about Maison Alhambra's Tobacco Touch. Got the little logo up on the top. Obviously going after Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. The lids don't click or slide real snug into place at all. Like, it feels like you just want to kind of grab this thing by the lid because just the way that it's shaped. But it's holding on for now, but it ain't that strong, trust me. And the atomizer is... it's a nice fine mist, squirts out like nice and everything like that. It might be slightly less than average as far as the volume that it puts out, but we're talking about the juice inside that this thing is trying to squirt, right? So how does this smell? Well, pretty much identical to Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. The quality is actually not as far off as what you would think. It's not like as believable of notes, but like in the air, I would be surprised if anybody could tell the difference between the two. As far as like if somebody walks by, you know, I'm not talking about like smelling left and right. You can tell the difference. But other than that, it's a very, 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 very good interpretation of Tom Ford. So if you don't know what that smells like and you don't know what this smells like, I'm going to go over what it smells like. That's the point of this, right? So it's a tobacco fragrance. But with that, there's a whole lot of spice and almost like a cinnamon, like a sweet cinnamon thing going on, like a hard candy almost. Like root beer barrel, cinnamon, like fireball, kind of a sweet, spicy thing going on with this. A little bit of vanilla, a little bit of that dry chocolate cacao is also in there. It says that there's dried fruits in here, and I could see that, like dried prunes or something like that. But mostly, this is a dry tobacco, dry, spicy, cinnamony kind of a fragrance. It's not like the cinnamon from like Paco Rabanne or something like that. This is more, like I said, like that candy cinnamon, or like what you see in that broomstick thing that you buy at the store in like the potpourri section. It's kind of like that. So if you're not into that kind of thing, then you won't be into this, because that's what it's got going on. As far as the performance goes on this thing, it's slightly better than average. I think most people get a whole lot more. I think most people are getting around the 8+ hour range, whereas I'm kind of dancing right above the 6-hour range, just a little bit above average, which is good. Especially for this price point, the quality that you're getting with this juice is quite impressive. They really did their thing. On every one of these that I have smelled so far is so accurate, and like, it's good. If you see these things and you like any of the Tom Fords that these things are interpreting, they're quite impressive. So overall rating that I'll give this thing is, I'll give it a 7.5, because I really enjoy the way that this thing smells. It's not going to be for everybody, that's for sure. But as far as a tobacco fragrance, this is a pretty safe tobacco fragrance, to be honest with you, because it's not a real bold, in-your-face tobacco, because it's got so much other stuff going on with it, as far as with the spices and that cinnamon thing, giving it more of a pleasing aroma than just like some in-your-face dry or pipe tobacco type thing, which I like, but it can be a huge turnoff for a lot of people. Occasions to wear this is strictly in the cooler weather, the cooler days of fall, winter. A lot of people are saying pretty much only night. I think this thing will work just fine during the day, especially if it's cool enough. This is a very scrumptious, actually like scrumptious, delicious, sexy kind of a fragrance. This thing would be great on a cool date night. There's no doubt about that, because there's something alluring about this that you really just kind of want to smell more and get some more of that. So that's what's going on with this thing. I think it might be a little bit more mature than it is youthful. Like 30 years old and older would probably enjoy this a little bit more than somebody that's like freshman or something in college or whatever. But if they got a little bit more class or something, or more of a developed nose, they'll probably enjoy this. But for the most part, it's more of a mature fragrance. And yeah, I wouldn't say it's blind buy worthy, but if you are into tobacco fragrances whatsoever, then yes, in that case, this is blind buy worthy as far as that goes. So like I said, Great smelling fragrance, cooler weather. I'm so happy that I can wear this thing now because it's cooled off enough here in Florida, and the quality and everything is great. The longevity is above average. I can't say anything bad about this fragrance. I was glad that I picked it up. I'm glad I can use it. And that's my final thoughts on Maison Alhambra's Tobacco Touch. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always. And until next time.